So I'm going to demonstrate how to do an intramuscular Z-track injection, and I'm going to do mine in the ventrogluteal site. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the MAR and make sure that the medication in the patient, all the records match. I'm also going to make sure that the physician is still ordering this medication. And the medication I'm using today is Practi-Powder and bacteriostatic 0.9% sodium chloride as my diluent. So once I've done that, I'm also going to make sure that I have the right patient, the right medication, the right dosage, I'm administering at the right time, in the right spot, and that I document everything once I'm completely finished. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my calculations on my medicine. And so he is ordering 500 milligrams per milliliter for a dosage. So if I look on here, I see that I have to add 5.6 milliliters of water, and I'm just going to circle this so that everybody knows how much we've given. And we have to give this patient 2 milliliters for the first dose of this, once we have it mixed in with the diluent. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tops off of both of these. And I'm going to clean them both with an alcohol pad. And I just want to double check again. So 5.6 milliliters. Oops. Drop that on the floor. So once I have that, I'm going to go ahead. I have a 10 milliliter syringe here so that I can get enough diluent to put into the medication. I also have a 22 gauge 1.5 inch needle that I'm going to use on there. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my syringe. And I want to put 5.6 milliliters of fluid in here, so I'm going to pull 5.6 milliliters of air from here. So I'm going to go ahead and place that in there and draw out 5.6 milliliters of air. And once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and place my 5.6 milliliters of air in my diluent. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and make sure that my needle stays in the diluent. Air bubble in there. So I got a bubble in there. Try it again. Okay. So I'm going to make sure I get 5.6. 5.6 milliliters of diluent. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that off again. And I'm going to ahead and add my diluent into my medicine. So once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and draw it out. And go ahead and discard this in the sharps container. So once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and mix that up good. Make sure that my medication is mixed good and there's no big chunks, or mix it up real good here. So once I have it mixed, I'm going to go ahead and clean it one more time and make sure that it's sterile. Go ahead and this is a 3 milliliter syringe with the 22 gauge 1.5 inch needle, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw 2 milliliters. So I'm gonna put 2 milliliters of air. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my medication. Flip it over, being sure to keep that needle under in the medication there, and I'm going to drop 2 milliliters. And once I have 2 milliliters, I have an air bubble there. There we go. So try it again here. Get my 2 milliliters. There. I'm going to go ahead and now I'm ready to go in and meet my patient. I can also put this, I need to also put this medication added label onto my medication there so that everybody knows that I have already added the medication to this particular, the medication has already been, the diluent has already been added to this medication and it's ready to be administered. So I'm going to go in and meet my patient. I'm going to identify the patient with 2 identifiers, name and date of birth. I'm also going to check for any allergies that she might have. I'm going to explain the procedure that the doctor has ordered this medication and that I'm going to administer in the ventral gluteal area. And when I do that, I'm going to have her stand. I'm going to have her in a standing position, and I'm going to have her put her feet in so that her toes are together, and have her kind of look over her shoulder, and I'm going to find the spot that I'm kind of where her pockets are there. I'm going to go so 4 fingers down, and I'm going to make a triangle so I can show you on my chicken leg. So I'm going to go 4 fingers and I'll make a triangle like so in this gluteal area, and then I will, once I have my spot in my triangle, I'll go right to smack in the middle of that, and that's where I'll give that injection. And so after I've explained the procedure and everything to her, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. I'm going to put on my gloves. So I'm going to go ahead and get some alcohol, an alcohol pad. I'm going to find my spot with find my area there. I'm going to go ahead and clean that area with nice swirls. Pushing that dirt to the outer edges there. And once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to grab that gluteal area above the spot I picked, and I'm just going to pull it ahead or pull it up. I'm going to go ahead and administer my injection. And I'm going to give the injection slow and gentle. No, I'm going to aspirate first. I aspirated first, and if I found blood, if there was blood in the aspiration, then I would start over. I didn't have any in this one, so I'm going to go ahead and give my injection. And once I'm finished, I'm going to remove my needle and just let that muscle relax back to where it's supposed to be. I'm going to go ahead and put my discard of my needle in the sharps. I'm going to remove my gloves, wash my hands, and document that I did the Z-track and that I used 500, I mixed it 500 milligrams per milliliter, and I administered 2 milliliters at the time I administered the site that I administered in, so ventrogluteal, and the date. And that is how you would administer a intramuscular ventrogluteal Z-track injection.